Hello everyone, welcome to another video on this channel. Now this time we're going to discuss NGL. Now this stock was requested by multiple people in the comments, so if you also would like to see your stock discussed on this channel, please let me know in the comments. And if there are enough people that want to see a stock discussed, I'll make an analysis on it. And this time it's NGL Energy Partners LP, ticker NGL. And why this stock is so interesting, not just because it's gone up 300% since the bottom at the end of the year. So basically in 2023, it's gone up 300%, more than 300%. And what's even more interesting is that Nancy Pelosi and her husband are also investing in this stock. Now, if there's one thing I've learned, it's that you should always follow the smart money. Now, I'm not going to say she's smart, but she has some inside knowledge, usually, all these politicians. So it's better to follow them because they have a good track record because of their knowledge on certain companies. Now, in this case, this is an interesting stock because it has already gone up 300%. It's very, very hard to get a good entry point. Now, this pullback right here in March was a good entry point. Of course, the pullback in May, but what will the next pullback be? So zooming out, looking at the weekly, you can already see that this stock has actually come down from highs in 2014 of $45, fell down to $5, back up to 26. So it has been kind of volatile over the past 10 years. And now it's the first time in many, many years that this stock is trending up. Now, the beautiful thing is that it actually closed above the 200 week moving average. 200 week moving average. Now, the last time was in July 2019, which was actually kind of a failure. It didn't really manage to get much higher, and in the end, it fell down, and we had COVID. So, I mean, this time might be different. Now, if you're looking for a very good entry point, you might be waiting for a fallback that the 200 week moving average will be the support, but of course it's hard to tell when that will happen and of course if it will happen. What I think will be very decisive is the 50-month moving average. Why? Because it was also the prior resistance last time in 2019 and also in 2017 we almost touched that and then fell back below that level. So this candle ends the last trading day of June. Gonna get a new candle in July, and we really want to see this thing closing above that 50-week moving average, which will be very, very bullish because that really means that there's a break of trend. And we actually never really closed above that level, only once in July 2019, but that was kind of a false breakout. Now, if we get above this level, where could this potentially go? Now, for me, the most interesting zone of this stock is around the $7 to $8. So why? It's basically the high right here in 2020. So after COVID, we came to around $7.44, and as you can see, it was also kind of the demand zone right here in 2016, where we kind of bottomed at $7, and it was the support was around the $8 in 2017 and in 2018. So in my opinion, the big important zone is gonna be this level here. The two blue lines I just drew. So this area right here, this is gonna be a level to watch. And this, in my opinion, would be a profit taking zone as it's been a huge resistance, it's been a support. So either we are gonna really break through or we are gonna fall back from this level. But on the long term, this is definitely the target for the stock. So anywhere between, let's say, $7.40 and $8.80, $9 is definitely the target for this stock, in my opinion, long term wise. And also looking at the monthly, of course, if we can get the close above there, this is definitely the zone because basically there isn't, if you're looking at the moving averages on the weekly, on the daily, on the monthly, there's literally no resistance left anymore for this stock. So it basically means it can freely move up to the next resistance zone, and that is basically the previous lows of the stock over the past 6, 7, 8 years. Now, also, if you don't want to step in now, you can always wait for the pullback to the orange line. It's the 20-week moving average. However, if you're going to draw that line like this. Now, the point is, of course, you never know when it will be. If, let's say next week it falls back, you made a nice choice. But if it falls back, let's say in a few months, then you missed a really nice gain already. So this is really hard. This is kind of judging on your own feeling. But in my opinion, if the target is going to be between the $7 and the $9, it doesn't really matter if you step in. Now, of course, when it falls back, you can always add some more shares at a lower price and average down. Now, I think it's a really interesting stock. It still has a potential for a 100% move, so definitely worth taking a look at. Thanks for letting me know about this stock, and it's definitely on my watch list as well. Now, if you also want to see your stock discussed, please let me know in the comments. And of course, don't forget to leave a like and please subscribe as we now pass the 100 subs. Very nice. Thank you all, and I hope to see you all next video.